Okay, so for the MVP, think about it. 6 years in the league, 4 Super Bowl appearances, 3 Super Bowl victories, and 3 MVPs. That's an incredible performance, incredible leader, and makes the future bright for everyone in the National Football League. So with no further ado, Patrick Mahomes, MVP.
Right there, yeah. Up here. We made it up. You got nothing. Okay. Yeah. Didn't be around.
And just Patrick?
Oh, nope, yep. You gonna hold this thing? Oh. Thank you.
We'll start with Matt Derrick here in the middle. Right here. Nope. We're about to walk by.
Patrick, when you and some of the other guys, Travis, Chris, showed up yesterday, you were all wearing black. Was that a acknowledgement of kind of accepting the villain role, and was that something that you individually decided or collectively decided?
I wish we would have decided that together. I think it just kind of happened that way. We're in Vegas, you know. You have to own your best attire, and having those blacks. And I wish I'd have been up there with Trav, because Trav, I feel like took it all the way over the top. But it was cool to see that we kind of had that unity coming in.
Go ahead, Adam.
All right. Hey, Patrick, congratulations on last night. You talked a little bit about after the game about getting ready for next year and trying to do it again. What would 3 straight mean to you? And I'll have another question, Ted.
Yeah, no, it's legendary. I mean, just to be able to, no one's ever done it. And we knew it's legendary to win back-to-back. I think 8 other teams had done it. We had heard it all week. We had talked to the guys about it, and we felt like we had the best opportunity that we had ever had to go out there and do that. And I'd fell short the year before. And so, I mean, all you can do is come back next year with a fresh mindset, knowing it's going to be even harder. And we got to continue to play our best football. We'll celebrate these next few weeks, and then we'll get right back at it.
What does your team's place in history mean to you?
Yeah, it means a ton. Not only for me, but I think I know how hard these guys work. I know how hard these guys get after it. I know how hard the coaches work. I believe we're the hardest working team in the NFL. And for us, all that hard work to pay off, that's something that we always preach, is we believe we work for those moments, for those end-of-game moments, and we prepare ourselves for those. And to be able to have our stamp on this great NFL history is something that I'll never take for granted, and hopefully we can continue to let that thing go.
Morning, Patrick. Congratulations.
Thank you.
On the big win. So your playing style is often described as innovative and unpredictable. So if you had to compare it to an approach, a non-football activity, what would that be and why?
Man, that's a great question. I would say something like a top-tier lawyer. I think that'd be the first thing that comes to my head. Someone that has to think on his feet, execute at the right time, and deal with high-pressure situations.
Good morning. Congratulations to you on another amazing performance during the Super Bowl. My question for you is, take us to that halftime. You guys walk into the locker room, you're down 10-3. What's the overall message that you had to the team as well as Coach Reed during that moment?
Yeah, I think it was really cool. I mean, honestly, it was just be us. Nothing more, nothing less. Offensively, we knew we weren't playing our best football, but we felt like we weren't executing at a high level. Obviously, the 49ers have a great defense, and you don't execute, they're going to make stops. And we felt like everybody was playing hard. We just got to pick up our execution and continue to get better. And defense had kept us in the game. And so for us, we just said be us. Let's be us out there. If we're going to go down, let's have fun. Let's enjoy it. And give everything we have, and we'll live with the results after.
Patrick, center aisle. How have you embraced the second phase of your career where you're off the rookie contract and it's going to be harder to get the pieces in place around you, and you're not the upstart anymore? Now everybody's been coming for you.
Honestly, I think it's a tribute to Coach Reed and Brett Veach and continue to bring great players in. I mean, if you look at our defense and how young they are, they're drafting great. They're finding these guys that they can bring in to play and develop, and our coaching staff is developing players. I mean, I always think to our DBs, I mean, we got like 5 or 6 guys that are in year 1, year 2, and then you have Snead. I mean, guys that continue to get better and better. And all you can do is just go to work every single day and try to bring guys along. I thought Rasheed Rice did a great job this year, just continue to get better and better, and that's what great football teams need is guys that just keep coming into the culture that we have built here and continue to get better every single week. And I'll try to keep as much flexibility as I possibly can as far as the cap and stuff like that, but it's a credit to all the people I have around me.
Over here, Pat.
Hey, Patrick, congratulations. What tangible lessons do you think you might have learned from this season, what was a challenging season, a challenging postseason, as you go into next year and try to do something that nobody's ever done and win that 3rd in a row?
I mean, I think always the challenge whenever you win, and what I've learned is how can you get better? How can you continue to get better? 'Cause that's what it takes. In this league, everybody gets better every single year. And so whenever you win a championship, you celebrate and you're like, let's just go do it again. And I think that was something that I learned from the first one that we lost when we tried to get the back-to-back is everybody was like, we're just going to run it back and do it again. This is what we're going to do. And I feel like we fell short that way. And so now let's get better. Let's find a way, whatever that small thing is, to get better at every single person individually. And then as a team, and let's just come with our best football and our best effort, and hopefully that's coming back and we're able to be, I think it's in New Orleans and on this podium again.
Right here, Pat.
Patrick, congratulations. 2 quick questions. We saw you hit the ground last night after the game, after that touchdown happened, and you just were on the ground with your hands on your head. What were the emotions you were feeling in that moment? Was it just relief? What were you feeling? And last night on the podium, you said Kansas City should never be an underdog. Chiefs should never be an underdog. Right now, already, day after the Super Bowl, they are not the favorites for next year. What are you telling people to bet on for the Chiefs for next year?
That first part, I think it was just all the emotions. I mean, to win a football game like that, and obviously to win the Super Bowl like that, is something you dream of as a little kid. And so I was celebrating with my team, and I started running. I didn't know where I was going, and finally just fell down. Hopefully someone found my helmet. But it was a lot of emotions and just gratitude, man. So thankful just to be able to be in that moment and enjoy that with my teammates. And then as far as the underdog thing, man, I mean, it just gives you a little added motivation going into the offseason. So like I said, I never feel like we're underdogs. I believe we can win any game that we play in, but we have to continue to prove that every single year.
We'll go 2 more. Go right here.
Patrick, Dave Stevens with the Disability Channel. Most valuable bungler and MVP in 1 year. It's got to be great. But you guys had some burps during the season, and I'm wondering if that's when you really had to become a leader in this team and what you did during those ups and downs to bring this team back together to have the success last night.
Yeah, I want to take the credit, but honestly, it was everybody. I knew it was going to turn around by the way the guys worked. I mean, whenever stuff got tough, especially in that like receiving room and offensive line or with me, everybody came to work that next day and let's get that extra work in. Let's do those extra things. And when you see that, you know it's going to turn around. And our defense kept us in it all year long. And I knew our offense was going to turn because how hard guys were working every single day. And when you work that hard, usually good things happen. And so it just happened to happen right at the perfect time. And we got that momentum going into the playoffs and obviously got to win the Super Bowl.
Last question.
Mike Brodsky, Florida National News. Patrick, there were a lot of Hall of Famers, MVPs, football royalty coming through Vegas this past week. Were there any words of wisdom that any of them shared that stand out in your mind as being most memorable or helpful?
Yeah, I think I always take so much from when Mike Vick talks to us, man. I mean, I built a great relationship with him whenever he came in. It was kind of that assistant spot in training camp and in the QB room every single day. And I remember the first thing he told me, it was like, hey, you're going to be special. But look at that big man right there. He's going to take you to another level. And I remember coming from him and someone that I'd watched my entire life, I was like, man, I mean, if he's saying it, I know he's saying the right things. And so I took that and ran with it. And going into this week, I think he said, be champions, man. He said, just go out there, show everybody who y'all are. I always take so much from what he says, man, and he's like the coolest dude in the world, man. So it's always great when he's able to talk to the team.
All right, thank you.